Hi
Ready?
everyone, welcome to Babies with Knives channel. Tonight we're going to be playing Hero System 6th Edition, aka Champion 6th Edition. We're going to be playing a campaign called Chaotic Origins. I'm your host, Alice Peng, aka Lala Twiddle on the boards. With me is my co-host, Brandon Powers.
Howdy, howdy.
He is also our GM for the evening. Playing along with me will be Aldo Regalado
Hello.
and Timothy Lemaster.
Hey there.
So, let's get started.
You start to hear gunshots from out in front.
Guess our plans are cut short as I haul that way.
Yeah.
Yes, so I.
Okay.
And more specifically, oh wait, I'm not on bottom floor. Never mind. I haul that way.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. All right. You guys run out. I think that at that point, Ghostlight's probably our fastest one. And that Scarab will probably be our slowest one. So Ghostlight, you're going to come out, and there is out in the front, the scene that you have left behind with the officers behind police cars. There's media. There's different just onlookers and such that are watching. That's totally changed, and now you have this giant lizard like man creature that is has ripped things up. The officers are shooting at him, and he is probably about twice the size of a human. Some of the cars have gotten thrown around, and he is running towards as they're shooting. He is moving towards some of the officers that are shooting him.
Oh Lord. Can he react? Can Ghostlight react?
Sure, we're gonna start 12 and Ghostlight. What's your dex again?
21 effectively for initiative purposes.
Okay.
How many
So,
recoveries have we had between two fights?
that was basically just like one recovery. This happened pretty quick.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll take one recovery then.
That gets me all back.
Diamond Jim, what's your dex for acting?
18.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a caster, so that endurance is starting to really stack up on me. I'm gonna be taking some recoveries soon. I'm down to 36 of 60 after that recovery.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm pretty low
Are you
myself.
sure we're not playing 3rd edition champions?
Casters are expensive. I'm spending 7 here, 2 here, and every round I'm spending like between 7 and 10, or 6 and 10.
I always played in a champions game, which I played a guy who major power. He went into brick form, which is basically density increase, and I didn't have any reduced endurance. By the second turn, I was running off a stun. I ran out of endurance actually using my stun to keep going.
Whew.
I had to keep the pay for the strength and the density at the same time.
I might feel your pain soon. We will see.
Okay. So, Ghostlight, since you're the first one that's out there, you get to take your action. You are, arriving on the steps, and he's probably, since you're a melee character, he's probably a bit away from you guys because the officers had the area cordoned off. So we're gonna say that like where he is probably about 30 meters away from when I say you're emerging out the building, 30 meters from that point.
Okay. 30 meters. All right. He's got the even though his eyes are only like slits of light, effectively under his cowl right now, they get that wide open kind of like fear, like oh no kind of expression. And he's going to try to get its attention by yelling stop at the top of his lungs. And he is projecting light from his whole body lights up at this point. and the light is trying to reach the man lizard creature thing, and I am going to, or Ghostlight is going to try to use his mind control drawn to the light to get the creature or person to stop, turn, and then approach. Right.
Okay. And is that your OCV versus the DMCV? Or
No, this is a ECV versus DMCV
so
because it's
okay,
not
OMCV. They changed it, but yeah, ECV is the
OMCV.
same.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It used to be ECV. Right, right. So yeah, let's see what happens. I rolled an 11, and I have a 3 OMCV.
Okay, so you end up with a DMCV of 3. Your
Yeah.
light goes out, and the wisp part of your entity, you know, the light strikes at this giant hulking lizard creature in the midst of a roar, and you don't feel anything take hold.
Mm,
The what? How does the wisp and you communicate most of the time? Was it
it's
through
not.
imagery or
It's. I don't think that they really communicate very much.
unlike
I
Scarab?
think, yeah, I think the wisp will uh, assert itself and direct actions, but it's almost like a nudge. And Resnick can lose himself in those moments, but it's not. It's really more of a nudge. Let's say.
Okay. All right. But yes, you do not end up
Okay,
striking true on it.
sure, no problem.
All those go. You guys can all take a post 12 recovery at that point.
Hmm.
And then we're going to go
I never did anything.
well, yeah, but this is also from the last combat to get to here and
Okay.
such.
Okay. Okay.
Because you and Alice spend your movement, your endurance for movement, but beyond that, you don't need to spend
It's
endurance.
been a
You guys
while.
are.
How much endurance do I spend for moving per meter? I forget.
It's 1 per 10 active points. And I think that's just the default in super heroic. I think heroic had something different on strength for champions for hero system, but that's just the rule until you start taking extra endurance or reduced endurance type stuff. The the creature Ghostlight you see as obviously has taken damage from some of these the shots that are being fired. There's different like I described earlier, different agencies that are here trying to keep control, and a lot of them have energy, put their guns out and just shooting. He's bleeding a little bit, but nothing major. He just lets out this massive roar and kind of absently flings a car away from him, and it starts continuing to head towards the museum.
Oh, it's heading
Um,
to the museum. I
it
thought it was
is
heading towards the
heading.
cops.
It's heading right for you.
Okay, okay, okay.
And
Kaiju
Ghostlight,
fight.
he's only about twice the size of a big human, so
I
he's not a
just came
kaiju.
back
It's
from
not
Godzilla.
Clifford the Big Red Dog.
Godzilla versus Clifford the Big Red
Could
Dog.
be a baby
Perfect.
kaiju.
All right, so Ghostlight, your action again
Okay, this is on on 3.
on 3.
Yeah. Okay, it's
We
heading
go
right.
on 3.
Yeah. Okay, heading right for us, right?
Heading right for you, and let me just see what his movement is so I can figure out. So yeah, he is. What did I say? He's 20 meters away from you, or was it 30?
30, I think you said originally.
30. So he's at 18 meters from you. Yeah.
Okay.
The car that he chucks, you see the set dressing officers. Some of them get knocked back. It smacks into a van. The van falls over. A light pole comes down, starts sparking. People are screaming. There's madness. There's chaos everywhere. You hear somebody, "Where's my mommy?"
You know what? When the wisp kind of like pulls back in and it was ineffectual, Ghostlight's gonna look over his shoulder at Diamond Jim. He's like, I think this guy has you all written all over, and I'm just gonna hold my action and see what happens.
Okay.
'Cause I'm not gonna be able to slow that train. So
Is everything written all over him because he's
All right.
I believe Diamond Jim usually goes before me, right?
Yeah, Diamond
Okay,
Jim is
I'm
much
going
faster
to
than you.
actually. Scarab calls, Diamond, wait for me. I will bless you before you enter the fight.
all right. Hold my action.
what did
It wasn't
Diamond
even
Jim
your
say?
action yet. So, what'd you ask, Aldo?
I'm sorry. What did Diamond Jim say when I said this one has you written all over it?
I said, why? Because he's a monster too.
No, because he looks like he can bench press a truck.
Okay. I'm psychological limitation wants to be.
Yeah.
That pops out. Yeah.
Yeah, seeing this creature, Kayla is now busy because uh, she's being in an what is the word I'm looking for? She's being bombarded mentally with images of scriptures about the about Ra versus Apep.
And Alice, if you and anybody who played Titan Quest, when you're in the Egypt area, moving along the Nile and such, the crocodile monsters that are in that game.
Mhm.
Anybody who hasn't played
Which
Titan Quest,
those are
if you like Diablo stuff, it's an excellent game.
well, those
Cool.
are like variations of that are in the mythology of
Yeah.
Apep and his serpent kind, and so that's why I said these books are going through her head, and Kayla's like, "Whoa, stop, hold up."
Yeah, Sobek, I think, is the crocodile god. So,
Apep is the serpent god, and considered basically the leader of the underworld. So their version of Hades, and like depending on what myth I was reading about, Seth was the other one. Set and Apep were the two of the underworld, but Set is more about evil, while Apep was about the underworld, which apparently was different in Egyptian mythology. The way I was reading.
all right, the creature continues to haul forward, basically closing almost all the rest of the ground towards Aldo, as the officers continue to pepper it with bullets. Not really concerned with any heroes that might start being in that same line of fire, as they are just shooting it. They at this point are convinced that they are chasing it away. It even seems, as you start to hear those calls. And then we will move on to Diamond Jim. Diamond Jim, you're about a half move before you get all the way out here to the monster, so you can move up to him if that's your plan, and do your action as you wish.
Well, he said he
All
wanted to
right.
wait for me, so.
Yeah, I was waiting on her.
Alice, you still are not out here. Remember, I said you are the slowest of the three.
Yeah, so I didn't know if Diamond Jim was far enough ahead of me that I could act on him. All I want to do
Go
is
ahead and
interact with Jim.
compare your movements that would allow you to move through a museum.
16 meters at the moment.
What do you go at 16 meters?
Non-combat run. Diamond Jim, am I able to keep you within sight with a 16-meter run?
Yeah.
How fast do you go, Jim?
Well, I can leap 24 forward, 12
Is that
upward.
non-com?
No.
But leaping is going to be restricted. So sure, Alice, if you want to, I'll let you smack him with something first. So Scarab, let's go ahead and go to you, and then we'll jump back to Diamond Jim with his held action. Still on 3.
So, from behind you, you feel basically this pulse of heat. Like all of a sudden, you just walked out into the sun on a bright summer day, and you feel like that sun is coming in from above and behind you, and you see basically forest scarabs crawling all over you. Like a couple of them crawling over your chest, and you can feel skittering along your back. And I call out, Inya Heweti Nani, and which translates to "We are life." And I am going to give you a heal, which this heal not just heals you, but will give you an aid. So let's give you some extra body to go into this to tank for us, shall we?
So Alice, just so you do know, in the that this is a touch range. Unless you bought range aid, you do have to touch people. So
I thought we ended up buying range because we ended up buying it with a delayed return rate as well. So we bought the negs up the yin yang for it. Did we end up taking the ranged out? Because
I never saw a range increase on it.
Oh
so
shoot. Okay. Yeah, it is
I'll
not.
allow it here because
Yeah,
we're not using tactical.
I don't really need healing right now.
Yeah, but I'm also giving you 3d6 of aid, which is my bigger concern. So I
mean,
heal.
right now I wouldn't bother doing that until I actually need.
Well, I was giving you con body stun aid as well, so you're gonna get temp stats on those. So you're about to jump.
Oh.
So I'm gonna give you a d6 body, which is 5 body, but the more important thing.
No, so that's 5. So 5, so that's 2.5 body.
Yeah, 2.5 body.
Same as your drain, as it comes in at half because that's a defense.
And the aid is going to be. Oh, that's nice. 13.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was a healing?
Yeah. Healing is
he wasn't down
right?
anybody.
Okay.
But
the aid is 3d6, so I said 13.
So that is 6.5 character points worth of con body and stun.
So you pick on how you want to distribute those
no,
points.
That's 6.5 to con. That's 6.5 to a body. So 6 con, 6 body, and 13 stun is what you just picked up from her smacking you.
And that's above your normal maximum. This is temporary hit points, temporary body, and temporary con.
And how does that fade, Alice?
Every 5 minutes it'll fade 1 point.
5 per minute, not per 5 minutes.
Yeah, sorry. 5 per minute.
Con body, what?
Stun. 6 con, 6 body, 13 stun.
It should last way more than the fight, basically, if it's at a minute, you know?
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, mind if I put this thing to sleep, all right?
So now you feel a lot stronger, a lot hardier. That sun really revitalized you.
Well, all right. It's a big thing, so I imagine it's easy to hit. So I'm gonna go ahead and leap right into it. I'm gonna do me a move through.
Okay.
And yeah, you're right. I did not end up buying the aid on range, which I thought I did. So I'll play with that later. Maybe I won't. I don't think I'll be able to afford it.
My leaping is 24 meters forward. So that's going to be like a -5 to my OCV. Put my levels in OCV to hit hand to hand.
So it's 24 meters. So that's a -2 to your OCV.
Okay. And then it's going to be strength plus the velocity divided by 3. So that's going to be
velocity divided by 6.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong kind of sheet. That's why I'm doing wrong.
You're looking at the old sheet with the Texas
sheet on me. Okay. I'm sorry.
No problem. So you said 24 meters, so it's going to be +4 damage classes.
Okay, so -2 to hit. So that was -2. I just used my levels and hand to hand to offset it, so it's no modifier at all. And I rolled a 5.
We're all just a little rusty on the system. It's been a while.
All right. Well, I am certain that is a good solid hit. Do me a favor and go ahead and just hit it with your normal strength. because it does have this an ability that if you guys haven't done 6 too much, was a new one for that. He has damage negation, which just knocks damage classes off before you ever try anything with them.
It's like protection in Mutants and Mastermind.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's where they got it from.
Very possible. I like the theory of it, and so I try it every once in a while, but it's a pain in the butt to remember because it goes off before the dice are rolled and such like that.
Yeah.
It's 42 stun. And 12 body.
Okay. So 12 body. Go ahead and roll for your knockback.
Six knockback.
6 knockback. Hi. You will knock him back a little bit.
What about the extra 4?
Go ahead and do the extra 4. Those 4 damage classes, roll that, and then you take the half of that total. So the 42 plus whatever the 4 come out.
Well, okay, 16 more.
So you're going to take the 42, so 58, so 29, which I think is probably your defense.
Yeah, it bounces.
All right, and let me apply that on him. Yes, all right.
When he gets knocked back, I'm going to take my held action if I can.
Okay, go ahead.
Does he get knocked back down the stairs to the museum, or?
Yeah, the lizard he gets knocked back a couple of feet from Jim down the stairs. Its claws just totally destroy the steps as it's going down.
Okay, so as it's falling, I'm gonna leap over it and do the the way of the wisp, so the entangle.
Okay.
See if that has an effect. It'll be OCV against DMCV.
Okay.
Right. So, and I rolled a 10 with my OCV being a 6. So I'm gonna hit 7.
It is a miss.
It's a miss.
It is a miss.
Interesting.
The you reach out to hit the creature's mind, and you just can't find something there to strike out at.
Interesting. Okay.
That was everybody at that point. So 5 will go back to Ghostlight.
Okay. He's going to kick it with a levels into DCV. Ghost Shock, offensive strike, and as he's kicking, he's gonna look at Scarab and say, "Your Highness, I don't know. I can't touch this thing. This thing's mine. I don't know if it has one." And I rolled a 9 to hit with an OCV of. It's only an OCV of 4, but I figure it's prone too. So.
Not prone.
Oh,
okay. He just kind of, got knocked back, but that's still a hit.
Okay. All right.
Thank you, Ghostlight. That may be very helpful information.
Oh man, the only time I saw this many 2s was the last time I rolled.
And did you take 4 damage classes off?
No, I did not.
Go ahead and get a reroll then.
Well, okay. Let's see. Okay. Well, not as many 2s, but it's probably not going to do anything. It's 17.
Okay. TD or ED?
It's that's a good question because it's.
Oh, it was you kicking him?
It's kicking him, but with the Ghost Shock, right? So only 2 dice of that would be ED effect, and the rest would be PD effect. So it's the. I mean, I don't know. I what do you think? I mean, I would think the bulk of the damage is PD.
I generally on something like that, like on Shock, Tim Connors, that even though he was punching, I was giving it as the energy because that was the important special effect. And here, obviously, the energy is supposed to be part of the important thing. And if you start breaking it up between the two defenses, you end up getting nothing through ever.
Right.
So,
exactly. Yeah.
I would say that you bought it as energy on the power that's adding on, and so that's what I think that you'd want to be using.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense to me if you're cool with it.
Yeah.
So 17.
Okay. Yeah, he seems to just basically shrug it off and not really even feel what you're doing to him.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
And let me just make a note here and here. All right. After Ghostlight, we are going to go there, and it felt something in the form of a diamond gem. It lets out a roar and lashes out without even moving from its position. Its reach is long enough that it can smash into you, Jim. So let's see. Oh, yeah, let's move that. That is a DCV of 8.
Ow.
Okay. Okay. 10, 20, 35, 44.
Okay, I felt that.
I'm glad I gave you some temps now.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So now I take 2d6 and subtract that from my body count, right?
Yeah.
For knockback?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you have knockback resistance?
Yes, I do. 4. -4.
4. Okay. Diamond Jim ends up getting knocked back. He flies up and lands about halfway between where he and the scarab left him. After just getting smacked by the creature lashing out with its clawed hand.
Does the creature appear to still be continuing on its trajectory, basically ignoring every other objective?
It didn't move this time. It decided to smack Jim. You knocked him back 2 meters, so you're 12 meters from him.
All right. Well, move through seemed to work good the last time. So I don't see any reason to change my tactics. And he's 12 meters away. I can do 24. I can still do it.
With leaping, I think that you have to because you have to land on that space. No, because you could just leap forward and plan on continuing through. So yeah, go for it.
All right.
Oh, I should have knocked you back a lot further. I forgot that we're doubling that.
Whoa, okay. Oh, boy.
Yeah, I gotta say, like, getting over this rusty
I wrote a
is reading.
16.
Oops, sorry, go ahead.
That is probably a miss, even against him.
Yeah, I ever hit a 0 effectively, so.
Okay,
yeah.
Yep. So Jim, the way that I'm seeing it, he gets knocked back. He looks over his shoulder at Scarab and just kind of gives her, some sort of, dusts himself off, like, I'm going back out and I'll show him who's boss. And then he rockets out of the 2 holes that have been made in the front of the Met. One from him jumping out, the other one from him getting knocked back in. And he flings himself out of one of those, takes a miss right over the creature's shoulder, right past Ghost Light, and probably smashes down into one of those cop cars, just destroying the thing as he lands on it.
Sorry.
Jim, you're not going to hear this. Scarab will, and Ghostlight, why don't you give me a perception check?
Yes. 11. Which
That
makes the
means
perception by 1.
okay. The two of you coming from inside the museum to you, Ghostlight, and Scarab, since you're still in the museum itself, it is coming just kind of from all around you in there. And no, 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 no! Just starts sounding out.
Different voices?
The same voice. It's a high pitched voice. Possibly feminine, possibly younger individual. And just sounds super upset at the moment. And Scarab, you're just kind of hearing that from all around right now from your position. Jim, you're in the explosion of a vehicle sound, so you're not noticing that. Scarab, your action.
Okay. So there's no way for me to pinpoint. Actually, yeah, there is. I'm going to Scarab is going to activate Scarab Sight because I'm curious as to who this person is. So, scarabs crawl out of every nook and cranny of the walls on the baseboards and such, and they just start crawling all over the place. And let me activate my sonar. So you guys hear, the little click-clack of the feet. And I'm going to try and discern where this voice is coming from.
Alright, so what is your power that you're using for this? I heard
It is
Scarab
called
Sight.
Scarab Sight. It is an active sonar, hearing group, discriminatory, increased arc of perception 360, as I am literally able to use the sonar ability of the scarabs themselves. Concentration must concentrate through the constant use of the power. Cost endurance at half and perceivable at quarter. And OHID. Or, sorry,
Okay.
OIHID.
Okay. So that pardon me.
And
That
Scarab
is
just closes her eyes and just listens carefully.
that is a free action, Alice. And so the activation of the power. You concentrate on it, and you start to sense through that as all of these scarabs that nobody could find if you weren't around start to come out of all the crawl spaces.
They've
and
got
such.
a serious infestation here. They're gonna have to tent the whole place.
I know, and like some of the hostages, they don't really know what's going on at the front, and they're seeing this, and maybe they didn't see it before, and they're like, "We were gonna eat food here! Oh my god!" The Met has really gone downhill this year. And you are in this entry hall where the ticket booth and such are of the Met. There's two holes that weren't here when you first entered the building. In the facade, it's not in the stone; it's more in the glass and such that Jim was rocketing through. And floating kind of like up and to the left, you feel something there with your sonar as your bugs are going. Discriminatory increased. Yes, it is approximately humanoid sized and shaped, but a young humanoid. So like D&D terms, like a halfling size.
Ghostlight, there! I point to...
Ghostlight is like 20 meters.
Oh, okay, never mind. He heard it, so never mind.
He's out on the front steps.
Yeah, my apologies. Never mind. Sure. So you said it's floating?
Yes.
Okay. Sand Blast. Let's try and drop them out of the air. Sand Blast is going to be Site Group 66. It is out of my caster side, which is the voice I was using. So Site Group Flash 66 variable limitations, which I'm going to be using Incantation, as I have been, and using my staff. It's going to be
If you use your staff, you don't need anything else.
Yeah, true. I've been using extras a lot, but I've been like doing two points at times. But I'm using my staff. Plus blast 3d6 alternate combat value OMCV versus DCV, attack versus alternate defenses, life support, self-containing breathing, all or nothing. Linked
right.
flash.
You need to learn to simplify.
Sure.
We don't need all of this.
I apologize. But yeah, I'm doing 6d6 of flash, and I'm going to do 3d6 of damage, all against DMCV using my OMCV. And it's going to be all or nothing on him. So I'm going to start with my OMCV versus DS. Ooh. That is not good. 13, so I get a 4 DCV?
Missed.
Okay, never mind then.
You're still sensing. You're still at your half DCV because you're
Yep.
concentrating. It quickly moves, and you hear that. Actually, you don't hear the no change. It continues, and it's still all around you as whatever that is moves. All right.
And the blast of sand heads that way.
Okay. What's your current DCV, Ghostlight?
6.
6.
Do I see an attack coming, or is
more hail of bullets? They are near misses on you.
Oh.
None of them actually connect. A minute ago, I'm like, oh, let me write that down. I'm just throwing the officers down, and once in a while, bullet attacks go off.
Right.
You are the only one currently near the giant lizard, and so you were the only one that they were coming after. Ghostlight, it is your action. I'm going to quickly use the restroom, though, so
yeah, go for it.
Be right back.
Okie dokie.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sorry, excuse me. What was the halfling check? I missed something.
There's some.
You
half
don't see it. You
inside.
don't need to worry about it. But inside the museum itself, there's someone going no in a panic.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm
Yeah,
trying to figure out where they are and trying to pinpoint them.
Yeah, they're about halfling sized. You said it might be a young person. So it could be like a 5-year-old, right?
Yeah, maybe it's something like that. Oh, let me pause us and I'll start us again. Let's rock and roll.
Okay, Ghostlight, it is segment 8, and you are in charge of the action here.
Yeah.
You have the giant lizard creature in front of you.
Bring it home! Knock it out! Make it happen!
So standing alone against.
Go ahead!
Standing alone again in front of the lizard, he's gonna he's going to flash him, burst flash him.
Okay.
Okay, rolled an 11 to hit the hex. And unless there's other aspects to this, it'll be 5 body on the flash.
5 body on the flash. You as you flash, you see a separate membrane come down over the eye.
Okay.
Suddenly, and the creature does reel from what you just did, but you notice that as your flash lands on them.
Okay.
That was on 8, and that was 5 body. You said.
Yes.
Okay. All right. On 9. He is going to lead the way. It roars. Pardon me. It roars and moves up the stairs slower than what it was going, but just trying to move towards whatever its goal was. Diamond Jim.
Well, I'm gonna follow him. How far is he from me?
So we said like 14 from him. You jumped 24, so you're 10 meters, and he just moved. He moved another 12 meters away, so you're like 22 meters. He is in the Met at this point, in the same room as Scarab is in.
Well, I'll try one more time. Did a lot of damage, so maybe I won't roll horribly on this move through. It did before. Oh shit. 13, so I hit DCV 3.
Well, he is blind right now, so that is a hit.
Right.
Aye. Knock the 4 damage classes off for his damage. Make certain you apply them to yourself.
So first, you want me to roll the 12 first and then the 4?
Yeah.
Right? It could be better. Could be worse, though. Let's see. And
He's just building up the suspense, guys. It's going to be epic. Watch.
4, 20, 30.
You get to roll so many dice in Hero System.
42 stun.
Well, that was the same as what you did last time.
11 body.
Okay. The body was lower, though.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for your knockback.
7.
So he is not going anywhere. So go ahead and do, as I remember, your full value to yourself, including those 4 damage classes that you just knocked off. Since he did not live.
Another 4d6, right?
Yep.
Yep.
15 stun.
Which meant you took nothing.
Well, no, that's on top of the
Oh, that's true.
42.
On top of, yeah. Ooh.
So that's 57 that Diamond Jim
that.
just got smashed with.
You felt that.
Divided by 2, right?
No.
You did not knock him back. So as I remember on a
You
move
take
through,
full.
if you don't knock back, you do full
Yep.
to yourself.
So 57, 27, plus 14.
27 plus 14. Oh, 14 is what you were down before.
Oh, if they don't go, that's right. Yeah.
I'm beginning to
I was
think
trying
those
to-
temps I gave him aren't going to last.
Well, they weren't a bad idea that way. So yeah, Diamond Jim rockets back from the destroyed car, comes in like a bullet, smacks into the back of the lizard creature's head, and just does not budge the thing as he impacts. Really feels that reverberate through his crystalline body.
Did it hurt it?
You did. Yep. It is definitely feeling it. Then after Diamond Jim. Oh, that's why. Let me draw a line through so I don't get confused on that. All right. Okay. I tried to stop it. You don't understand. I tried to stop it, but see, you're here, so it's all going wrong. Everything is going wrong, and you need to stop. You need to stop. And all of a sudden, a looks like probably maybe like an 8-year-old suit, almost like a Borg type, uh, with this energy, this invasive technological stuff that's suffused through their body. Unlike what a piece here or a piece there, that they have it all over. Is floating the blue energies coming out of their feet and such, and they appear and shoot you, Alice, or shoot at you.
Why do I have a feeling? Why do I just have the image of Mixa? I can't pronounce his name. Yeah, Mixel Picnic. That's what I'm picturing hovering there. Okay, I am going
an
to...
8-year-old Borg child, and that's who you think you're fighting?
Yeah, some version of that. I am going to abort to dodge, because this is suck.
Okay. 5. DCV of 5.
Missed because
Pretty
of my
sure that's
dodge for
something
once. Actually
Right.
made it worthwhile.
And that same blue energy fires out of their hands. I'm trying to save the world. Scarab, you have aborted to dodge, so we are going to Ghostlight. You get to time walk us.
Okay, so am I don't see that kid, right?
No, but you've definitely heard, and are you flying?
I'm about to.
Oh, you're about to. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're
I'm
probably down the stairs a little bit, but you did hear it. Diamond Jim, you're pretty close to where that kid is, as well. So you're aware of this, techno infused child that is firing at the Scarab at this point.
Okay, so I'm gonna go desolid and fly after Diamond Jim to catch up, basically, because I've been kind of left behind by the fight. And I assume when I get there, then I'm seeing the kid more or less, or no,
Yeah.
or yeah, okay.
Yeah, they're the back of the pardon me, the back end of the monster of the lizard creature is 12 meters away from you because you were in melee with it when it moved.
Right. So yeah.
And so you're just basically coming into the broken entrance of the Met that the creature has pushed its way through, so a bunch of glass broke.
Now, you said blue energy. Is this kid's an infused technology? Is this kid's tech and energy just discharge the same as the folks we were fighting, but more?
Your deduction says yes.
Okay. All right. He's gonna fly up to the kid, and I'm not gonna take an action because I'm desolid, and I need my movement to get to him. But I'm basically flying up to the kid and say, um, is this thing you're doing? And are you with those other guys? Basically, just, hey kid, is this guy you're doing? Or are you with the other guy?
You can either go with a persuasion or other similar skill, or just make a general presence attack to try and get him to give you some sort of answer on that.
All right, let's see.
Whichever way you think is better for you.
Okay. I don't have persuasion, so I'm going to try.
Sure. I know that you have some bonus dice coming for this. I just need to flip to the page because I don't know all these off the top of my head anymore.
Exhibiting a power, right?
Yep, you get that. It's up here. Go ahead and take 3d6 more.
Okay. On top of the exhibiting
a power, yes.
Okay. All right. Whoa. Let's see. All right. Let's see. This is 12, 17, 26.
26. No, 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 that's what's breaking the world. Don't you understand? You all need to die.
All right.
And Ghostlight, you again.
Oh my gosh. I'm not going to punch a kid. Yeah, his eyes probably widen at the thought of an 8-year-old saying something like that.
Well, so you since you are an FBI agent, you do know that at 8 they can start to be responsible for their actions. That is the age that we can have developed morality. This is what my associate's degree in criminal justice tells me.
This is what working in law enforcement for a short time taught you too, apparently.
But they do have to be properly evaluated for that. So
Yeah, well, he's going to need to get properly for despair and confusion as well, I think. I'm going to try to wisp him.
okay,
So you need to reevaluate your world. And I rolled a 7 to strike. So that's OCV versus DMCV.
So what is the DMCV you're hitting?
Oh, let's see. It's going to be 17. It's
So 10?
10.
Okay. Yeah. You do strike him.
Okay.
You strike the child. Are you happy now, Kyle?
It's just lights. It's just lights. There's no the visuals of this. Well, I mean, I guess I'm scaring the kid, but and confusing him. It's only one body on the first entangle and 2 body on the second.
Okay. So whenever you tell me the first entangle, is that the int or the ego?
That's always the int. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he's just entangling then. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So he's like, you need to reevaluate your. We'll get to that later. And he passes his hands over his face, and there's a flash of light, and the wisp basically, flashes into his eyes and confuses and
Enthralls him.
Scares him. Yeah, enthralls him, but it's more of a confusion than an enthrallment.
Cool.
Right? The drawn to the light is an enthrallment.
Is the kid still floating and flying at this point, or is the kid touching a surface of any sort now? A banister, a wall?
The kid is still flying.
Okay.
Alright, that was Ghostlight on 12. So the lizard creature is going to spin around and roar ferociously as it is going to try and paste Diamond Jim. What's your DCV?
5.
Diamond Jim, your DCV is 5. Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Is the DCV from the move through still in effect?
Yes.
It's 2.
2. Okay. He tries to swat at you. And he is going to come up with a miss. He rolled very high here.
Thank God.
So, what was happening? The reason I was asking about multiple attack is because he was turning around to consciously attack Diamond Jim, and his tail was going to sweep out at Scarab. Because he missed his first attack in the sequence, the tail swipe was a secondary.
I'm still in the building. How is it swiping at me? They've actually gotten
in
to
the
me.
building
now. Okay, they've actually gotten to me.
Yeah. Everybody's in the building. So he missed the first attack, so the tail, which was more of a secondary aspect, does not connect with Scarab.
Darn it, all my avoiding made me fail my attempt to, my planned action on him. I was planning on opening a doorway within the doorway and see if he was going to walk through it with the mental thing that he had.
Diamond Jim.
Excuse me, sorry.
An awesome time to see the belly stretch. Oklahoma Thunder.
City Thunder.
Okay. I get up. I'm too close for a move through. What phase is it again? I'm sorry. It's 12, right?
You're in 12. Yep.
Well, I might as well go ahead and do this. All right. All right, you pathetic excuse for Godzilla. My Uncle Vernon used to say, I'm going to have to open up a can of whoop ass on it now. So, I is going to do a haymaker on this thing.
Okay.
And I'm going to push my strength on top of that.
Okay.
Put all my levels in DC and OCV to hit this thing.
All right,
Yeah,
we'll
it's
find
time
out
for
what
it to
that
go
looks
dead.
like on segment 1. All right.
So, that's what I'm doing. It's already went. You can't take advantage of nothing. So,
Okay. All right, the floating child with the strange technology infusing their body stops wandering around and is more just kind of looking terrified at this point.
Okay.
Scarab, you're up.
Okay, I see that Diamond Jim is getting himself ready to power into the sky. So I would like to call a hero point, as I am going to attempt a heroic feat, which is I am going to line myself up watching the way that Diamond Jim is lining up on this guy, and right behind the creature, where the creature is going to fly back, I'm going to create pathways of the dead and basically use it as a baseball mitt to catch him and throw him elsewhere.
You are trying to do this as Jim's going to be doing his haymaker. Now, this is basically a team attack, which normally you will need teamwork for if you want to do this kind of stuff regularly. I'll say that's fine with the hero point. She doesn't. And so that, basically the hero point, I will let address that, but just be aware that teamwork, if you want to combine in ways, is how you want to do, is a skill that you'll want to pick up.
Yeah, I have an intention to, but since we didn't know each other at the time, I'm not going to. But I already have a couple ideas for how my character works in teamwork, so.
Yeah, no, and I mean, Jim, the reason that I put teamwork on him is as a military man, when I was just saying, hey, you've got some ideas, these are some things that maybe you didn't think about. And, military, you learn to work as a team.
So hero point spent, endurance spent. Ready.
Cool. Go ahead, and Jim, let's resolve that haymaker attack.
And then I'll describe what happens on my pathways. By the way, for anyone watching, the hero points that we are using is not core to hero system. It is an altered system.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Can I use these hero points to change your roll?
Yeah, you can. You can use it to improve a roll by. So, Brandon, do you want to explain how improve a roll works on our system?
You guys are all each starting with 1 hero point, and if I do anything bad,
you gave us extra last session, so I haven't used mine. So
they go to 1 at the beginning of each session.
Okay, cool.
So you can improve a roll. If I do any of your complications and those become important things, I allow you at that point to gain hero points from them, basically. Or if I do anything that's just, some people might say GM dickery. That's hero points. Improve a roll. You can spend a hero point to re-roll any die roll you make and take the better of the two rolls. On your re-roll, if you roll sixes, because this is a skill check, they would become ones, and if it's a damage roll, all ones would become sixes.
It's a modified version of the Mutants and Masterminds hero point system instead of the,
Yeah.
Okay. Roll 16 to hit. That's why I want to know if I.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
you can
re-roll.
blow your hero point and go ahead and toss the re-roll on it. And then,
Okay.
like I say, if you come up with 18, let's say that would actually be 3.
That's better. So I rolled 11.
And
So
did
I
you get any
effectively
ones
get,
or sixes that you need to flop?
No, the ones stay alone.
Sorry,
It's
yeah,
just the
any
sixes
sixes you
on
need to
this.
flop to
Oh,
ones.
I did get a 6.
Then that flops
Okay.
to a 1, so drop by 5. What'd you say you had?
Yeah, so he rolled a 6.
So I got 6 to hit.
Yeah,
Much
so you
superior.
connect with this thing. With your push, Jim, you don't sweat. So I'm not certain what to say.
Well, his feet are like soccer cleats, so he's getting extra traction. He's like, doing the bull dance right now.
There you go.
So do the same thing like I did with the move through?
Yeah, knock the 4 damage classes off. So you're going to be doing 14d6, I think, to him.
Okay.
And then, and you don't have to take any damage this time yourself. So.
And at this point, you guys get creeped out as a portal opens up in the air, catching this guy. From the front and the back, where you guys see the portal, you guys see basically Mammoth Graveyard. Really creepy. You guys know the image of that, right? The big bones and the...
Yes.
Okay. That's what you guys see is basically Mammoth Graveyard.
Everywhere the light touches is yours, Simba. What about the dark spot? Never go there.
Yeah.
Never go to the land of the dead.
And I look up at the kid, and Scarab says, "I am death." Since the kid was telling us we need to all die.
Alright, Jim, how we doing?
49 stunned so far.
So far.
And
There's
then
more?
another 46.
Well, the 46 we don't need to worry about this time because you're not hurting yourself with a haymaker. So 49 stun?
Wait a minute. I got 12d6, so that should be another.
Yeah, get 2 more d6.
Okay.
Because you pushed your strength and you haymakered.
So that should be another 66.
Yeah, but he knocks 4 damage classes off of everything.
Okay, I don't know. I never use damage reduction. That's a 6th edition thing, so.
It's not damage reduction, it's
Negation.
Negation.
I never used that before. So 5 extra stun.
Okay. Okay. The thing roars in pain. What was your total body on that?
Oh.
We'll call it 14 if you don't have the dice still. 1 per
12.
die. Give you the average.
12 total.
12 total?
I'll take 14.
Go ahead and roll to determine knockback.
Oh, cockeyed. Not much. I rolled 10, so yeah.
Okay.
It's like probably nothing.
Uh,
So I don't take any damage.
no. He does not move, Alice. Will be my sad story to
That's
you.
fine. The portal opens and then it closes.
You can maintain that portal.
No, I
No
can't.
matter.
I can in theory, but I've got 18 endurance left. That cost me 12. If I want to participate in this fight at all, it's not happening.
Alright, so that was Diamond Jim on 1, Ghostlight on 3. Did you guys take your post 12s?
Yeah, I did.
Nope,
did.
not yet.
Which was
Need to.
very welcome. You know what? The The kid is still scared?
Scared. Doesn't seem lost anymore, but scared.
Okay. All right. I'm actually going to take a recovery.
Okay.
Because I have very little endurance.
Okay.
So Brandon, with the fact that we did get a recovery, I think I might. No, I'm not gonna keep it open. Never mind. It's just not worth it. I thought it'd be cool if he did get that. If he did get that throwback that time, that would have been cool.
Alright, well, when you would choose not to would be, on your action.
Okay, then I will wait. To declare, I guess. Sounds
Because
good.
you've already had to pay the endurance for it.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Alright, it is, Jim is just too darn troublesome for it, so it is, just going to let out one more tremendous roar and see if it can connect with Jim, which I have a DCV of 7, which is enough to hit Jim.
Well, I think this is going to hurt.
Loose die.
That did not sound good.
Oh, it looks a whole lot better for you guys than it sounded. That is 10, 20, 30, 35.
Oh, man.
Stun. So it's getting through, but now that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 body.
Okay.
So. $11 body. He has still 6 left after determining you have 4 meters of knockback resistance.
Yeah.
So 6 is 12, so that's 24. So Jim flies out 20 meters out of the building.
Wow.
Just as he knocks him. And how are we doing, Jim?
We're doing okay. That recovery helped.
I bet it did. I didn't figure I was near knocking you out or anything, but always good to check.
Yeah.
So yeah, you fly out, and the people. It's just a scene of mass chaos here. The officers are no longer chasing down the lizard. They are instead trying to control the area as the crowd has gone wild. They are scattering in different ways. Some of the media is still trying to get pictures and shots of the fight that's going on. There is, more calls that you're hearing for the, missing loved ones and such like that. You hear dogs barking and growling. That
I was looking for Apache helicopters. At this point, National Guard should, SWAT should be showing up, or National Guard or something.
And after that, that is Diamond Jim.
20 meters away.
Whee!
God,
Through 3 frames.
What the hell is this thing's made of? Dang! So I'm about 20 meters away, right?
Yep.
Well, about all. I don't want to do no move through. That hurt me last time big. I'm just going to move as far as I can to get close to it. But, well, you know what? Hold on now. I didn't think about this. There's a bunch of rubble and police cars and stuff. So, you know what?
Oh, no.
I go back to my old football days in high school and grab me a big car, run about half move, and throw it at him.
Oh, God.
Forward pass.
Are you gonna cost him a stunt on that, Brandon, because he didn't buy that?
No.
Okay, cool. Good.
152.
I remember there was a post about it a while ago that
About what?
some GM with similar forced somebody to pay. Said that they couldn't pick up a car because they didn't buy that power, even though their strength allowed them to.
Mm.
What powers? There's no power said you got to pick up a car.
He said you basically had to do a blast attack with the throat was the ruling on, and so I was just like, so I just made the joke with Brandon. Are you gonna make him stunt that as a joke? Because yeah, it's kind of
That's where you get the rep of heroes.
go.
All right. Throwing the car is going to be at the -3 on the thrown objects. What's your half move?
It's going to be it'll be 12.
12. Okay, so you're even in your first range increment, so you don't have to take any additional OCV penalties due to range. So -3 from the aerodynamic.
Nah, I missed. Rolled a 15.
You should have picked a more aerodynamic car.
A Lamborghini. Should have looked for the cops driving the Lamborghini. All right. All of a sudden, a car rips in, tearing more holes. The glass is completely gone on the facade, and passes right past the lizard into the land of the dead.
While the portal's still open. Ooh, Mammoth Graveyard gets a clunk of a car, or it'll end up upstate somewhere.
Ghostbusters, it's on the other side. Where's my car? It's on the other side. But south side? No, it's another side.
It has passed on, my son.
Well, it's a pathway of the dead, so it goes through the land of the dead and on back onto our plane. It'll be on our plane somewhere, just a little ways away.
All right.
It'd be great if we'll have actually threw a Pathfinder and
That's hilarious.
Oh, I'm not rolling 3 dice. I am rolling this.
And since I took Mega Scale away for the moment, since I'm stunted it's actually not going to get all the way to upstate New York. It'll get out of the Met. It'll be a little ways away, but.
Okay. The kid in the powered the high tech stuff that's interfaced with his body shakes off that fear that you put on him, and that power is crazy good because it bought you 2 turns against him. Scarab.
Well, given what I've seen, I don't think this is going to happen. So the portal closes. I am now going to turn my attention to the kid.
Okay. Diamond Jim, they're just leaving you, the big lizard.
Look here. That whatever you are saying about killing us all, if you want to save the world, you should be on our side. Because trust me when I say you don't want to be on her bad side. So why don't we just work together and Scarab won't turn on you?
What happened to your accent?
I started with it at the beginning of the sentence. I started with it at the beginning of the act. Did I lose it at the end of that sentence? Okay.
I don't think you ever had it. All right. Anyways, you are trying to negotiate with the child.
Yes, I am.
What do you got? You are muted, or my headset died.
Nope. It was me. I hit the wrong activation. I made it by 4. Yeah, 4.
Okay. Okay. Moving on to 5. There's no obvious reaction from him at this point in time. Ghostlight.
Oh man. The lizard is here.
Yeah. Yeah, you're basically in melee range of him.
I'm basically facing it off by myself right now.
You've got Scarab in here with you, and there was a Lamborghini that was very interested in him for a short time.
No,
Yes.
we determined he didn't pick a Lamborghini because he missed that far. If it
Oh,
was a
okay.
Lamborghini, it would have been more aerodynamic, and
All
therefore
right.
it would have hit.
It was a Pathfinder, I think, that
Yes, he
was
said it was a
discussed.
Pathfinder. Yes.
All right.
Ju-dum.
He's gonna address it. Listen, we don't have to be fighting. These guys, the guys I think you're after, we've just taken them down. Calm down.
Okay, you're gonna try and reason with it.
Yep.
All right. Go ahead, and you've said you don't have persuasion. You're welcome to roll your presence on it.
Yeah. I don't have. I'm gonna try. Can I try everyman presence?
By all means, 8 or less.
8 or less. Go for it.
Nah, I failed. Because I don't
Okay.
think my 15 presence is gonna really do anything.
Failed
Figured I'd
by
take a
what
shot.
though? How much did you fail by?
Oh, I mean, I rolled 13.
Fail by 5.
Yeah.
He gets a free action to kill you. Ah! Too much failure on talkies. All right. He storms past the group of you at this point. The portal has winked out. Diamond Jim is not punking him in the back of the head. And he is just, destroying as he runs through the place. Lexa cringes in another universe, Alice.
Yeah, I had thought about that already.
Diamond Jim.
The complications that were just triggered is
All right.
ridiculous.
If I understand, this kid's the one that's causing.
That's up for your decision.
He wants to kill us all.
That he has literally said that. You don't understand. You all need to die. I'm trying to save the world.
Well, you guys seem to be doing nothing. I can't take down this lizard. This guy's like 1,000. I don't know I don't know if I was going to take it down. Is the lizard still attacking everything, or just what's
No,
he doing?
he just he
back.
is moving off.
I will
deeper
follow
into
it
the
if I
map.
can. Because, I mean,
Okay.
soliloquy is 0 phase action, so I'll desolid and fly after him. Keep up with
Okay.
him if I can.
Your movement is 18, I think.
Yes.
Okay, he's a bit faster than you.
Okay.
But I mean, you're able to,
Keep him in sight.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So you see Ghostlight all of a sudden take off. And Ghostlight, when you're desolid, do they see through you a bit, or is there? Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you got, Diamond Jim? You don't.
In fact, when he's desolid, he's like a pure light form. The midnight blue becomes.
I look over to this kid. You, hey boy. Yeah, you. Is that your pet or something? Are you responsible for this?
Oh, I do think somebody asked him, but then he got entangled before he ever answered.
No, he answered
Earlier.
me. I asked him, "Is this your doing?" And he says, "No." That's when he said, "No, don't
okay.
man.
You don't understand.
Problem.
You all have to die. That was the response. Yeah. He wanted to kill us all as a response.
Well, he said specifically that things like the lizard were the problem, that they all had to.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I'm gonna run up and punch the thing. That's all I can do. I'm just gonna punch it. Nothing fancy anymore. Just gonna.
All right. So for you, you're gonna have to. So he knocked you back. You moved. You got. Oh no, you got into where it was no range penalty. So yeah, you'd be able to get up to. Are you trying to punch the kid or the lizard?
Damn.
What's up, Tim?
I really want to punch a kid, even though he says he's gonna kill us.
The moral conundrum.
You know what? The president's tax seemed to work good with me. I'll walk up to this kid that's trying to destroy us and listen. I don't know why you feel like you got to cause all this problem, get all these people. If you don't settle down right now, I'm going to give you I'm going to tan your hot. It's going to shine for the next 20 years. So, cut it out, knock it off right now.
Okay. You're in combat, so you're going to take the -1 die. You can make a skill roll, appropriate presence skill roll, based on that speech.
Presence attack. I don't have. Me, it would be 8 or less. Presence attack works best for me.
Oh, by all means. But that will give you bonus dice if you can make it or make it by half.
Okay, so that's how much am I rolling here? Plus 2d6 because of the striking. Yes. 3d6 because of my presence. That's 5. And you say he takes off 1 because that's 4.
You guys are in combat, which always seemed kind of weird, but I do get it that you're kind of past in some ways. But yeah, I'll give it to you at that. Because you get some bonuses, but you also get some negatives past that, so they kind of cancel each other out.
All right, he's not impressed.
All right.
11.
You have already spent your wind. The kid is going to turn towards you, and he doesn't really want to use that. Yeah. He is going to turn towards Diamond Jim and say, "But I can't stop. You all are the problem." And he will. Sorry, I can't stop. You're all the problem. The longer that you're here, the sooner the world will end. And he is going to go ahead and try to haymaker you with his blue energy. Scarab, you're up.
I am going to Manifestation of the Ancients. I now turn control of my character over to GM. My character, Scarab, is now attempting to tap into an ancestral spirit that can get through to this kid. And both my personalities are now sequestered in the amulet because I have no choice as to how this will manifest.
So how does your variable power pool work? I know it's mainly to pull skills forward.
Pull skills. So how it works is character has no choice regarding how powers change, manifestations of past lives, and side effects on we have side effects. So basically right now I want to find someone that can get through to this kid, meaning that this means that I want somebody with really high negotiation skills.
Well, see, now you're trying to determine how it happens.
I can't determine. Yeah, I'm looking. Scarab taps into the ancestors, looking for a kid that can understand. Looking for a presence, a spirit that can understand where this kid is coming from and how to deal with this kid, whether it's beat the snot out of him, give him a good old spanking, or talk sense into him through logic, whatever. At this point, I turn the control over to the GM on that, and GM tells me what skills we're using. But Kayla disappears out of this, gets pulled into the Scarab, as does Scarab, while this is manifesting. And you guys will notice that my clothes will change again. Depends on what I end up manifesting and pulling forward, so we'll see what I'm dressed like. I might be dressed in rags in a moment.
The manifestation from your Scarab of one of the lives that is trapped within, that there's a resonance, is, given the situation, it's a commander on the battlefield, and I provide you both tactics and teamwork, both with 1 higher. Basically, it's 3 points for the skill and then 2 points to get a +1 onto that skill.
Cool.
So on tactics and teamwork, it might not be what you wanted, but it does seem to be somewhat applicable.
So you guys see, basically, suddenly I am clad in armor. that is pieced together. It has it's not quite plate, but it is metal in pieces, and it's got shoulder and it's got the big shoulder piece, and then it's got a lot of leather in the chest, and it's got some cloth pulling the few pieces of metal together. And we simply need to take these down together. They will not listen to reason. That one first. I point up at the kid.
And that was a full phased swap.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm done.
Anybody remember what segment we were in?
Yeah, segment 6.
Okay. So Ghostlight on 8.
I think I'm freaking out Diamond Jim. Not Tim, but Diamond Jim's looking at me going, how many people is in that little body?
He's gonna keep trying. He's gonna fly. Since I can act this phase, and I don't think he can, I can probably get a little ahead of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's gonna be flying kind of like he'll fly right through him, kind of backwards, just facing him but flying backwards. It's like I said, calm down, stand down. What are you trying to accomplish here? You're making us all look bad. You're proving them wrong.
Go ahead.
Proving them right.
Go ahead and make your perception check for me.
Perception check. Ooh, I rolled a 4.
Okay. He has tried to disengage repeatedly from fights. You notice, and you rolled a 4. I'll make this deduction because I'm realizing that something I asked is perception, but you have deduction, and that's really good. He has repeatedly disengaged from fights, and he has repeatedly tried to come into here while things have stopped him. By all means, he is breaking up the place, and there are people outside that are hurt, as well as Diamond Jim definitely didn't seem to be unfazed by him. He is making a snuffling noise as he is moving forward on all fours, even though he's bipedal capable, as you saw. He is kind of on all fours and making a snuffling, swinging his head from side to side, and moving fairly quickly. He is running past groups of the once hostages who are kind of paralyzed with fear as they were making their way out, and suddenly a fight started in front of them, and they really didn't know where to go. And so far hasn't paid attention to many of them.
Mm-hmm. So he's tracking something specific, like literally sniffing something out.
Yep.
Okay. All right. We'll play it your way for now. You'll follow him for now. What am I gonna do to this guy? He's thinking. It's like, or I'll blind you. Yeah. All right. He's gonna follow him along.
You and he both move along. Diamond Jim, the tech child, is unfazed by you. It is your action at this point.
He's on all fours now?
No, that's the lizard.
Oh, okay.
The kid is still flying in the air.
The kid.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
The lizard has moved well away from you. You do not see that any longer.
Okay. Damn. I don't want to punch an 8-year-old kid. Oh. You know what?
I will reward each and every one of you with a hero point for I don't want to punch a kid.
Yeah, I've been having that issue a lot because I'm like, I have stuff I can really hurt him with. I don't want to hurt this kid.
All right. We need to die, right? I'm right here. Do it. Kill me right now.
Speaking of which, that's an awesome trigger because I forgot he was haymakering.
Ouch!
Thank you, Diamond Jim. Thank you very much for that reminder.
Well, I was trying to be helpful. I aim to please, be there for my fellow man.
DCV of 5, Diamond Jim.
Well, you got me. I got a DCV of 5. Too late to put any levels in combat. I didn't declare it.
Well, your hand-to-hand doesn't protect you against a ranged strike.
Oh, good point.
I got 20, 25, 30, 38, 40, 44, 49, 51.
All right, so it's 21 plus 50, okay.
And the body is going to be 15. So I think that you shrug that off without a problem.
Okay.
The wine and the power up continues and then finally releases. Diamond Jim's like, I don't know what to do. Fine, if you want to kill me, just kill me. Thank you. Bam. 15. That is an 8 left over for knockback. So Diamond Jim goes flying again.
I got -4.
Yep. So he goes hurtling through the air as a huge chunk of the floor, the shiny stone floor at the entrance of the Met, is blown away as Jim gets knocked back. You're still, you would be able to move anywhere within that scene of you and Alice versus the 8-year-old.
Alice, is there any way you can take this thing down, killing him?
I would need it to be touching a surface.
Okay. You would need to be touching the surface?
I would need him to be touching a surface.
Okay.
He's currently flying, so...
Okay, I know what to do when my turn comes. Okay.
I think it is your turn.
I'm going to leap up and grab him.
Okay.
Bring him down to the floor. And,
go ahead and roll.
Levels to hit. Grab is...
Grab is a neg 1 OCV, neg 2 DCV.
Huh?
Grab is neg 1 OCV, neg 2 DCV.
So, what are my levels of hit? So I have a DC 6. Okay, so I hit 5.
All right, Jim jumps up, misses the kid, smacks into the wall, and tumbles back down to the earth.
Ghostlight, bring him down to the ground if you can.
Ghostlight's chasing the lizard.
Okay.
Okay. All right. The little guy at that point, because the haymaker didn't actually go off on this segment. That was just that I forgot he was in the middle of something. And then Diamond Jim did such a nice job of reminding me. He is going to continue flying, and he will just do a normal shot at the Jim as he's tumbling down the wall.
Now, Jim, as a reminder, if you want to be using teamwork, we both have the skill at the moment.
Okay.
He has no luck in hitting Jim, even while he tumbles down a wall. After that, we have Scarab.
I'm going to set up a mental illusion on this kid. I am going to make him believe that I'm going to make him see that the lizard came back into the room and basically knocked us all out, and then and we knocked him out simultaneously. So we did we all knocked each other out in his mind. Lizard knocks us back, and we, as a Ragnarok scene, blast this. We're all dead. Let's let the kid believe that for the moment.
Okay, so you're trying to totally remove him from interacting with reality at the moment.
Yes, that is what the tactician tells Kayla to do. And Kayla almost crit. She rolled
I'm in the
3-1-1.
APG, no wonder I'm not seeing the right stuff. 3-1-1?
Yep. I currently
Okay,
have
well,
no access to Scarab, so I'm gonna have to punt this spirit before I can access Scarab again. I can only
you don't have any limitation on that,
that.
just so you know.
Yeah, I know. That's the way I want to roleplay that at the moment. She's new to being
Okay,
able to access all these.
awesome. That sounds fine with me. I just wanted to make certain. All right, go ahead and roll your effect on that then, because you do hit with that roll.
Okay, but maybe I'll decide that you can pull the other one out next action. Yeah, that might be better. I had to put them away initially. Ooh, nice.
Do you want to
47.
share with the group? 47. Okay.
Sorry, 46. 46. I apologize.
Okay. And so on the mental illusions effects table, what level are you shooting for here?
At this point, I want to majorly alter his perception and belief. See that we are all dead or believe that we are all dead or dying.
Okay. Okay. That was Scarab Ghostlight on 10.
Yeah, I'm following the
You're
lizard's lead. I just want to see
So
what
you're
he's
able to
doing.
catch up to him since he outdistances you, but you get more actions,
Yeah.
and then you'll continue to move with him on 12. On 12, he and people are screaming and such as he's rampaging through and all the museum, trying to get places, and he runs up to a young woman and grabs her in his claws.
Like aggressively?
Um, he's a giant lizard moving pretty quick, so.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's King Kong and Jane. Okay.
Uh,
Is
and
she? Is
And
she?
Daryl.
She's conscious. She's a conscious.
she's conscious and screaming.
Yeah. And he's got her before I can do anything about it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's where we'll start you guys on segment 3.
Okay.
You can go ahead and Aldo take your post 12.
Yes.
Diamond Jim, are you waiting until after?
Yeah.
All right. The young one is like, you know, he looks at you guys and the carnage, and he just kind of gets this smile on his face, and he's like, "Good. This much is done. I must find the other." And he starts to fly out after where he last saw Ghostlight go.
Okay.
Scarab, you're up now, so.
I line up for a team attack. I'm going to utilize my Sand Blast to basically team up with Diamond Jim. I'm going to blind the kid so he's disoriented, blast him so he's a little bit hurt, but at that point Diamond Jim can swoop in and grab him and ground the guy. I have teamwork at 13 right now. Ooh, I make it by a lot. I make it by 6 on my teamwork. Let's kick some sand into his eyes. So, my OMCV. Ooh, I rolled a 13, so 17 minus 13 is 4. DCV 4, remember he's taking penalties.
DCV 4 is a hit.
Fantastic. So, let's do 66 of flash.
Hold on. How fast do you move?
I move 12 non-combat, so 8 meters.
So you move 6.
Combat.
Let me check his flight. You move 12 non-com?
Sorry, 16 non-com. I move 8 combat.
Okay, I never want non-coms unless
8
you
combat.
like. So you move 4, he moved 10. Yeah, you're still within the first range.
Cool. Not well on the flash, but flash is body based, right?
Yeah, Flash is entirely body based.
I actually didn't do that bad since I got a 6 or 2, so 5 body on flash, and I do 3d6 of blast damage to him as well, trying to knock him out of the air. And this is all or nothing as a reminder. So there's no so 11 on the blast. And this is a blast of sand that just kicks up out of nowhere, and just comes out of my staff, and whoosh, and sandstorm hits him.
Okay. And that is 11, and unless he's got self-contained, he's taking it. All right. Okay, and Diamond Jim.
Well, I'm gonna leap up and try to grab him.
All right.
She can do something if I bring him down to the ground. If he's not up too high.
Yeah,
No,
I need to touch the surface.
Your leap. You know, he's confined by a building.
And Alma's going,
12.
shoot, I let the lizard grab a woman.
So I hit Ace OCV 4, which you said hit before.
Yep, that will hit.
So he's grabbed, and he's coming right down on the ground again. And you know what? I'm gonna. Can I do a pulling punch on a grab? Oh, I did. Never mind. I did a grab already. Okay. I grab both his limbs so he can't use it. I'll put him around like this so he can't use his blast. You want me to roll my strength?
I'm just looking it up. So after you successfully make you roll, gets hold of the victim immediately makes an escape attempt with casual strength. That was 12 and the end of the round. So let's go to 3 with Ghostlight.
Okay. All
Sorry,
right,
I
big
couldn't
guy.
kill you off too, Ghostlight.
Recovery?
Yes, post-segment 12 recovery,
Okay.
which I already told Ghostlight to take.
Yeah.
I just took mine.
We all need it right now.
All right, big guy. Now what? Where do you think this is gonna go? I'm not even. I just want to talk.
Aye, he with the woman in his claw, he starts three-leggeding and moving.
Back the way he came, or like out the back, so to speak.
Out the backs, probably, so to speak.
Okay. I'm not going to be able to get that woman out of his claw, so I'm going to let him go and then trail after him.
Okay.
Hopefully, if he, I'll de-sol it into the ground so that he doesn't see me necessarily. So I'm kind of hoping that if he doesn't think he's being followed, he won't necessarily run the whole time. So just kind of keep him in sight and then track him essentially, or shadow him, I guess.
Okay. Diamond Jim.
Okay, I got him grabbed.
So you can control, squeeze, slam, or throw.
Huh?
You can control, squeeze, slam, or throw. It sounds like you're just trying to control him.
Well, you know what? I'll go ahead and do a squeeze, but I'll do like 66 worth of it.
Okay.
Basically, enough to like knock him out. I do like what they call a sleeper hold, even though I'm not really. Okay, well, that's not bad actually. 23 stun.
Okay, and actually, you would have been able to do that as a free after successfully grabbing him. Oh, we lost Aldo.
Uh-oh, hope Aldo comes back. Want me to pause and restart?
We can keep going. I'm assuming he's going to return pretty quick. 23
actually, we need
stun.
to pause. Recording.
Yeah.
All right. So when you successfully grabbed him, you got to do one of the squeeze, slam, or throw. So you could have done that as a free action. No attack roll needed, though later on you need to make an attack on him. That 66, all the tech on his body, just you feel that fully resist you.
Okay.
So now it's your action now, where you can choose to squeeze, slam, throw, or simply control.
I'll squeeze him, but I'll use the full strength.
Okay.
He can resist.
So make your attack roll first.
10, 20, 30, 42 stun.
All right, but make your attack roll.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Can I keep that roll?
Yeah, the 42 stun is fine. And you're only going against half of his DCV, so.
Yeah, so 13, which meant I hit 3.
3? That is not successful then.
Okay, so
So you try, and he is, you know, as your great grandmother used to say, more slipperier than a pig in heat.
okay.
And then he really does, because all of a sudden, like you've got him, held by the arm or the arm and the leg and all, and all of a sudden it just kind of turns into this nothingness as you see these parts of his body literally disconnecting in front of you, and he just kind of pulls out of your grasp, and then they kind of float back together and such as you guys watch, the technological bits kind of come apart and then reform and all.
Okay.
And he starts looking around. Trickier than I was told. Where are you? And he flies up to the ceiling. He seems a little scared by the fact that he sees you dead, but something was just grabbing him. And
Is he touching the ceiling? Did he just go all the way up to the ceiling?
Yes, he did, basically.
Then we have a chance.
We have a chance. Okay.
I need him to touch our surface, that's all.
Scarab.
Scarab Queen, come on, we need you back. And just like focus, and all of a sudden she reasserts herself, eyes go black, and she looks up, and she just starts moving her fingers, and scarabs start crawling out of the ceiling and encase themselves in this massive horde around the kid. Hopefully, we'll see.
Ah! I don't know who I'm more scared of now.
So
she is a little frightening, I think.
I didn't.
What is the power?
I am doing Prison of a 10,000 Scarabs again.
So this is the entangle?
Yes, this is the entangle. Block sight.
So as your bugs climb onto the body, similarly just kind of separates and the bug falls off of him.
Okay.
And they just keep doing that, and all of a sudden there's all these bugs just raining from the ceiling as they tried to get him.
So I'm gonna have to try something else. Okay, I'm done. I don't mean for this character to be a little crazy, but this is kind of the way that she's.
Okay. Ghostlight, we're going to be moving past you for a little while unless you've got a different plan. You're going to be following him for a little bit. So we're back to Diamond Jim.
So this guy got out of another entangle?
Yes. The beat of the scarabs had no effect on it. Should I change characters, guys?
No.
Okay.
No, it's effective. It's just that this kid's got some sort of power that he can just not get entangled.
Oh no, I just mean that, apparently I'm a little creepier than I wanted to be.
You're a lot of fun. You're a hell of a lot of fun. Don't change your character.
Okay, cool.
Please don't change your character.
Okay, cool.
You have my blessing.
Thank you.
Damn, come on, man. Let me just take this thing out. Jeez. Well, is he just looking around? So he isn't being a threat right now?
At the moment, no. Like when he flew away from you and
But he
just
was
went
going
up,
after my
he
buddy.
was rubbing. He was originally going after your friend, but then you jumped on him, and Alice threw sand on him, and so he was trying to clear his eyes from sand, and just kind of flew up as he said that. You know.
I'm gonna look at him. Can I make a perception roll to see a button or a switch or something?
A switch or what? You cut out during that.
Is there something on him? I get the feeling he might be from somewhere else because he's talking. I'm guessing he might be from a different time period or something because the way he's talking, like he knows something's going to happen, he has to stop it. So I just got to look at his body and see something on him that I might be able to detach or something.
He has all sorts of that, technology that's infused into his body. It looks, and I mean, you just saw, like, I mean, you had him by this arm, and, it kind of felt like you were holding on to something solid, and then suddenly you were holding on to basically sand just slipping through your fingers, and you watched all of these basically tiny little, like nanites, come apart, and, the arm detached and then reattached itself as he flew up and away from you.
Question.
And that seemed to be, as you were looking up at him on the ceiling, that's exactly what was happening as these bugs were landing on him, crawling onto him, is that, his body was just separating at different parts and such, and the bugs were falling through him because of it.
Okay. Quick question. Since I've now watched this happen twice, can I roll a biotech on it?
Sure. Go ahead. I'll get to you on your action. Well,
Yeah,
I'll talk to the free action if you've got anything. So go ahead.
I rolled a 4. I rolled 2-1-1. I made it by 7.
You made it by 7?
I rolled a 2-1-1. I made it by 7.
Wow.
Apparently,
I mean,
I'm really interested in nanite technology. Maybe that would have saved my mother from whatever I need to go.
Fibromyalgia?
No. Cystic fibrosis. There we go.
Cystic fibrosis. There we go.
CF.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like the theory of nanites have suffused his body, allowing him to discorporate parts of his body and then recorporate them by the nanites moving things.
Do I believe some sort of EMP effect similar to the electricity that was used on me earlier, through electricity, or generating some sort of EMP effect would theoretically be able to knock this kid out of commission?
It is possible that might be effective. I mean, you hit him with your sand, and Diamond Jim did grab onto him for a few seconds, and then he did this. So it's not the native state that he's in.
Right. So therefore, we could possibly utilize it. Okay.
Isn't Goat Slice Powers electrical in nature?
Light based.
Yeah.
Is what the manifestation is.
Yes.
I call out.
Well, I don't have an EM pulse. I left my EM pulse grenade. I don't have anything like that, so I don't know how we're going to defeat him that way.
I call out lightning or big stun gun. 5-0. They might have a really big stun gun. We need that.
Fine. My action. I'm going to leap to the nearest police officer or SWAT team, or anything that I see.
Okay. You'll head out that way.
Yeah.
That was your action. He will take a shot at Scarab right now.
Has he figured out where I am again? Because he's, under
yes,
the... Okay,
he is clear of your illusion and your sand.
Okay, cool.
I will
he's
like at a
dodge.
10 or something. Okay. So he's at a 10
hard.
or something similar to that.
Oh, well, even avoiding to dodge, I will not succeed on the protection.
DCV of 9.
You still hit me. As I see Diamond Jim running out to the cops, ask them if they have EMP.
40 stun, Alice.
Okay.
And
I am
11 body.
Okay, I've taken enough stun to stun me.
Oh, no.
Do you mean knock you out or stun you?
No, to stun me, as in I took more than my con. Because I don't have my armor going right now.
Perhaps I do have the requisite power to deal with you. I tried to avoid this through peaceful solutions, but now you show pain. Maybe
Peaceful solutions.
maybe we could deal with you.
I scream out in massive amount of pain after what I just took. You said 11 body?
Yeah.
Okay, I took 1 body.
Scarab, you have lost your action.
Yep. Screaming in pain.
Diamond Jim, you're over there. Give me you're like, give me an EMP or something, or she called something like that out.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll your military profession skill.
All right, I made it by 5.
All right. You recognize, tasers and such like that you would be able to pull from the officers. Go ahead and make me a perception check while you're there too.
Okay, I made it by 1.
Made it by 1.
Yeah.
In the madness that a lot of people are just totally losing it, and there's the stampede scene, and some officers are trying to control it, other officers are just totally have basically no ability to respond to what they've been dealing with here, or with the riot that's on their hands, and they are needing it. There are some individuals in black suits that are moving towards the Met itself. That they look similar to those that were initially asking questions about you, and that you were on the run. They look better than your normal government CIA, FBI type.
The men in black are here.
Maybe.
Okay.
And they are some of them are, there's 4 of them. You see 2 of them that are trying to control the crowd. 2 others have been trying to work their way through around the side of the riot scene, the stampede scene, to get to the Met. You have your taser, and that's a half phase to grab it. And so you can start your move back at that point.
Okay.
I said I need a really big taser, so hopefully you got me a really big taser.
Officers are using conventional arms that we can find in our world, so there are less than lethal options and all, but yeah, tasers. He's probably got several of them in his
shoot them all at once. He's military. He knows how to shoot a gun.
Yep.
Sometimes you just have to go for creative solutions, like a handful of tasers.
That's right. That is the case at times.
I'm sorry, but all I can picture right now is Lexa holding Taser by his legs and swinging Taser around. As in Alex's character.
Alright, He is he as you are screaming and writhing under the blast. He kind of his face changes after he's like, at first he's like, yes, we can do this. Perhaps we can succeed at this. We tried through the peaceful methods. And then you drop and you're screaming as his blast, has stunned you and such. Um, and he kind of gets this look of, horror, despair, and then he disappears in front of you again, Alice. He is no longer in your sight.
Okay.
The voice just echoing through. No, we will get them again. We will find more. And they can deal with this. Ghostlight, you
Yes.
are the creature has burst out into the garbage dump area out the dock of the museum, the Met,
Mm-hmm.
and is climbing up the wall with the woman who has at this point basically passed out from screaming herself hoarse, and just that a literal monster has her in his grasp.
Okay. Okay. So, like I said, I'm gonna trail him. I mean, I know that I'm not capable of separating them. So I'm gonna trail them and see what I can do then.
Okay. You guys move for a while with you trailing behind, and eventually you come to the creature comes to an apartment building where it breaks through the glass, and goes in there with the woman.
Okay. I will, wait a moment and then follow in. Basically, see what he's doing exactly.
Okay. The woman is when you get there, the woman is placed onto the bed, and the creature is kind of coiled around.
Wow. Okay.
Your FBI senses, you see pictures of a man and a woman. The woman looks the same as the one who has been taken here.
Okay.
Aww. He just wanted to find his mate again.
Okay. And he's just protectively coiled around her.
Yeah, and he seems like he is, at this point more, uh, in a hibernative state.
Okay.
That he's, not really looking around for threats at this point.
All right. Okay. So he's gonna go into the service, stairway or whatever, and turn back into Kyle Resnick.
Okay.
Right. Like, oh boy. He's going to take out his cell phone and he's going to call his girlfriend,
Okay.
Samantha. And
As Brandon writes down,
basically,
girlfriend, Samantha.
Oh no, he's
yeah,
got the NPC for her.
yeah. And he's basically going to, yeah. I mean, she's FBI criminal division, And
I was thinking that you were about to say BAU, behavioral analysis.
no, but he's basically he wants to ask her to run an ID check on, give the apartment number, the building, the apartment number. I need names, I need background. Please don't ask. I'll tell you later. I'll tell you over dinner. Uh, but I need this info.
Um, she when you call, she's like, don't 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 worry, Kyle. I'm okay. It's madness out here. I don't know what's been going on. I assume you've been watching it on the news.
Yeah, you're on site?
They called in a bunch of us. There's I don't know what happened, but I don't know. The locals were working with the, I guess, superheroes or something is their thought on them. These individuals had a bunch of people held hostage, and these vigilantes went in. Nothing seems to have turned out well, but luckily there are some people. The people are coming out okay. I don't know. One of these people isn't here anymore. The other two, they engaged in some sort of fight with, I don't know what's going on, but I'm okay. There's a lot of people hurt here though.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Listen, I didn't realize that you were on scene. But I'm glad that you're okay. I damn it, I wish I could be there.
It's a terrible time for you to be suspended, and over something so stupid.
Yeah, well. All right. All right.
What does she think? Why does she think you got suspended, by the way?
That he, well, that's pretty. He made an official report that he was following a missing person that she actually had some intel on, and she was
Yeah.
called off the case. And then he kind of tried to reactivate the case. And
I didn't know if she knew the story other than that you're.
He just left out anything having to do with Will o' the Wisps or the supernatural or anything like that. But he basically, when he made a report, he said, "Yeah, I went in. This is what I observed. This facility, something strange was going on," and he basically disobeyed,
Okay.
orders following up. So she knows that.
But Kyle, the people at Bridgewater Triangle that you talked about, that you thought that there was some sort of other group that was working.
That's right.
I don't know. Some people are here that they're above us, and there's only a few of them, but people are listening to them.
All right.
I don't know exactly what's going on with them.
Huh. All right, that's good to know. You don't have they haven't given you names, have they?
I haven't been the one dealing with them, and I haven't been close enough. I've just been. I'm actually dealing with paramedics right now. There's injured people. There was a riot. I don't know how much is on the news, but I don't know. I guess one of the people in the crowd that all of a sudden, after things started, the fight started in the museum, gunshots. Somebody in the crowd went berserk, and then suddenly there was this giant lizard creature.
Somebody in the crowd went berserk.
Yeah, there had been people all night that folks showed up that were concerned about their loved ones. It's a mess. This isn't going to look good for any of us.
All right.
So, question: are you going to ask her to run him or not at this point?
No, he's not.
Okay.
He's not. Based on what she just said, he's not.
Okay.
All right. Well, yeah. He's
I'll
just
go ahead and
gonna.
cut that short at that point, but you can go
Yeah,
ahead
that's
and
fine.
tell me what your plan is.
Yeah, you know what? He's just gonna do like an address search to see if these people's names come up.
Diamond Jim, you get back in there, and the kid has disappeared. The Scarab Queen, all of a sudden, is able to summon all these bug creatures, and that they just, come out of every crack from behind paintings, under a piece of paper and such. And she concentrates, and Alice, you can't sense him there anymore.
Okay.
And that his last statement rings in your ears that basically, no, we can get others to do it.
The child is gone.
Okay, so I saw the Shadow Agency guys, so I'm hunted by them. So I'm gonna walk up to Scarab, and I guess I'll find I'm assuming I can find something to write down, like a piece of paper or something, or just give her.
Yeah.
I gave her the number of my burner phone that my sister got for me, and call me later. Bye, and I gotta leave, because then these guys are gonna put me back in their warehouse and try to cut me open. So I'm out of here.
I'm going to take that as my cue to leave as well. I'm going to teleport out of there then at that point.
Okay. And
actually, no.
So,
I don't know why he left, and I was I was talking with the officers, so I think I'm actually going to go outside. So we'll cut with me going outside and talking to them as Scarab.
Okay. And that we have actual contact built between Jim and Scarab. Our Ghostlight is going to have to find his way back to them in the future.
And that's it for this evening, everyone. So thank you for listening to our episode. We hope you tune in next time for the next installment. Bye.
Bye.
Say goodnight, Gracie.